There's a waterfall in Nasarawa State called Fareruwa. It drops 150 meters. That's higher than Victoria Falls, but I'm almost sure that you've never heard of it. Almost nobody outside of Nigeria knows that that waterfall exists. Have you ever wondered why? When people talk about African safari, most times they might go to Kenya, Ethiopia, South Africa, and even Tanzania. Nobody thinks about Nigeria, even though the Yankari Games Reserve holds one of the largest concentration of elephants in West Africa. And then there's Gashaka Gumti, Nigeria's largest national park. You won't believe this, but this national park is so big that it's bigger than some European countries. But most Nigerians are not even aware that it exists. I'll be lying if I say I don't know how hard it is to travel to some parts of the country. I know that security is a major issue and many of our roads are bad. I know that sometimes it's easier to catch an albino elephant than to get a Nigerian visa. But that doesn't explain why tourism is not doing very well in parts of the country that are very safe. Should I talk about the Benin Kingdom and its wall, one of the largest man-made creations of our time, or the artworks of that generation that were so good that the colonial oppressors stole them, and till date, they are still in several museums around Europe and America. I could spend the whole day telling you about the Nok civilization, which existed between 1500 BC and 500 AD in what is known today as central Nigeria. That civilization produced a lot of terracotta sculptures of extraordinary sophistication. Today, you see those sculptures around several museums in Europe and America. South Africa built an entire tourism industry around Robben Island where Mandela was imprisoned. Every year, thousands and thousands of people flying from around the world to see that jail cell. In 1993, after MK Abiola won that presidential election that was annulled, he was imprisoned. He died in detention as an African hero of democracy. How come his jail cell has not been turned into an international tourist attraction? I could go on and tell you about the jail cells of people like Ken Saro-Wiwa and others. But you get the point. The point of no return in Badagry holds a lot of potential in terms of international tourism and could be a major revenue earner for the country. Rwanda built an entire genocide memorial industry and packaged it as international tourism, and they are earning millions of dollars from it. How come, with all these global tourism potentials, we're still lagging behind as a country? Every single country that became an international tourist destination carefully told and sold their story. Egypt got hundreds of thousands of people every year to fly into that country to see a pyramid in a desert. Nigeria's tourism story is still waiting to be told. And until we start telling that story the right way, people won't even know how amazing our country is. And they won't come.